And there is Joseph Parker and his verdict. Okay. Joseph Parker could be waiting until 2026 for a title shot. And here's why. Okay. Joseph Parker did everything right. Beat Deontay Wilder, beat Zhilei Zhang, beat Martin McCauley. He's the WBO's first #1 contender. He's earned his shot. But now he's getting pushed down the line just to clear the way for Alexander Usyk versus Daniel Dubois 2, and another quick fix for the undisputed label, okay? Because when it comes to boxing politics, mandatories don't matter, sanctioning bodies bend, and even the best resumes get ignored if the timing doesn't suit. So let's be real. If Parker's not forcing his title shot now, when will he ever get it? And let me counterpunch. I think what normally happens in Joseph Parker's case is Joseph Parker gets pushed into another tough fight and then another tough fight waiting around. Or he waits around and becomes inactive. And when you become inactive, that's second cousin of father time, right? So you're not as good, you're not as fresh, you're not as sharp, you know, so you're not as successful. You're not as productive in a fight. So if you wait around like David Tua did for his title shot with Lennox Lewis, you'll come in fat, untrained, unconditioned, and not ready. Or you fight tough fight after tough fight after tough fight. Yeah, you'll be fresh, or I can't say fresh, but you will be active. That will make you more prepared for a fight with the champ. And like I said about the Filip Hrgovic thing and Frank Sanchez thing, Joseph Parker, he's got the shitty end of the stick. He just does. You know, I mean, he was going to get a title shot, and I don't really care what people say. I think that Daniel Dubois, he felt he could beat Joseph Parker. But I think the people around Daniel Dubois did not have total confidence in Daniel beating Joseph Parker, especially after he had whatever he normally has before every fight, including the Jarrell Miller and the Anthony Joshua fight and the Usyk fight. So many other times Daniel Dubois has had the same problem. But this particular time when he had the same problem, they weren't confident that he'll beat Joseph Parker, and that's the facts. Okay, so they weren't confident in him beating Joseph Parker, so they snatched his ass out of that fight and let Parker fight Martin McCauley. Okay, that's what happened. And it was bad for Joe, and it will always be bad for Joe because there are only a certain people out there now. You have, you know, AJ, maybe, you know, many other people out there. I get Caballero, that would be a monstrous fight. But then, you know, you're like, damn, you know, Daniel ain't fought none this year, and then he gets a title shot. But you think they didn't know that. However, it's not in stone yet. But I've already been heard and told by my sources it's going to be July 12th. You know, that's the date they're working on anyway. You know, and I was the one that cracked that news first. Okay? So Joseph Parker, yeah, he'll be waiting next year. He'll be waiting next year for it. The WBO, whoever's on that list of fighters, he could fight one of them. But I think they should remember he's an honorary gypsy. And like Big John Fury says, you know, he's got to take the hard road, right? That's what he has to take, the hard road. Because it's not going to be easy for Joseph Parker. Because I think the best solution or the best advice I could give him is keep active, keep fighting opponents that prepare you for the next opponent that can prepare you for the next opponent. That's what you got to do. Okay, and I think Joseph Parker will eventually get his shot, but I think, you know, he has to be ready when that shot's here. You know what I mean? It's one thing to sit around and complain about being done wrong and not do anything else versus being prepared, staying prepared, and when your time comes, you'll be ready. But you guys tell me what you think of Joseph Parker possibly having to wait to 2026 to get his title shot. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!